YouTubers, hey, welcome back. So, I just want to talk for a minute, several, but I'm also going to do cartomancy, okay? So, it's not going to be just me talking as usual. Spiritual awakening process, light workers, even if you're not being called onto that path where you're offering services from a spiritual aspect, meaning, healing work, Reiki, shamanism, working with crystals, an alchemist, or readers, teachers, intuitives, visionaries. Even if you're not being pulled to do that type of work, okay? I'm going to talk on that. But where I'm leading this into right now is actually speaking on people who are awakening to their own individual spirituality. To all of us are spiritual beings. We all have a soul, okay? And we created this world all together, okay? And now we're living in a creation of past paradigms, past beliefs, false-based beliefs that caused contrast. And through contrast comes growth. Yet we still are repeating the same types of situations and circumstances worldwide based off of the beliefs that we grow up with. And I've been saying this since I was younger, way before I even went through my own awakening process. I said there comes a point in your life where you were raised the way that you were raised. But then there comes to a point in your life where you start to be able to think for yourself, where you're aware of your thoughts and you're aware of your feelings. And you're doing things that don't feel good, meaning the job, the career path, the relationship that you stick out. Because problems arise and you work through those problems. And I'm not downplaying that whatsoever. Yes, you do. But are you working out those problems and being abused mentally, emotionally, physically? And you, as the person who's being abused, working that out because you work through problems. That type of relationship creates more damage by trying to work through problems with somebody who's the abuser, who doesn't find anything wrong with the way that they act. So then you, the person who is being mentally, emotionally, physically abused, become controlled by that relationship from the belief that you work through problems in order to keep a relationship together. But now, where's the relationship with yourself? But you know it doesn't feel good, but you still go through it. People are starting to become awakened now, and have been, where they're looking at themselves more and realizing that they've been living in a cycle that isn't exactly where they ever wanted to be after they looked within and realized, I've been doing this because I was programmed in order to believe that this is the way that it is. But I never really felt good in the doing of it. I just did it because I was seeking validation from that other person or people in general. It doesn't even matter. Not even specific to a relationship. But people are starting to be awakened now, regardless of whether or not you're being pulled onto a spiritual path as a light worker, because that's what you already agreed to do when you came here, and all of the crap that you went through in the awakening process in order to ascend to a higher level of consciousness, being able to see the world for what it is, being able to see where the problems lie, and then being able to take all of what you went through in order to help others heal, heal the mind, and come into acceptance of their spirituality and their feelings and how they feel, and being able to connect with all of the good things that were put here for us to enjoy. I always say it, you didn't come here to work, make money, pay bills, and die. Why the hell would any of us have come here if that's what we were going to be doing? If that's what you signed up for to come here, why in the world did you, why? Sounds terrible. But that's what people have been living and fighting up against a wall, knowing this can't be it. I'm here to tell you it's not. We need to wake up. Haunted by numbers. Huh. So many people who aren't light workers. Who aren't? They're starting to see things and signs. You know, butterflies, ladybugs, random. You don't see them all the time, maybe in the climate you live in or whatever, and all of a sudden you have one crawling on your shoulder. Or there's a butterfly sitting right outside of your door when you open it. That's odd. And it doesn't move. Or a bird, a rare bird, a bird you don't see all the time. Or a stray animal comes up to you. Normally, that doesn't happen. Normally, signs, gifts from the universe. There's much more here than what meets the eye, and what the physical eye can see. People are seeing orbs. I know it because they come and tell me about it. Talk to me about it. Get readings from me. Can you please explain this to me? Can you explain this to me? Dreams that you can't get out of your mind, you remember. I'll share this with you because I told you guys I have nothing to hide. Hide what? By things that I share, maybe I'm helping somebody not be afraid to talk about it. I had a dream. This was kind of like the final, in a sense, disturbance, nightmare. Not all dreams are pretty butterflies when you go through an awakening process, and if anybody tells you that, they're a damn lie. They can disturb the shit out of you, and there's a reason for their disturbance. I cried for 3 days. I can still see it in my mind now, but it doesn't disturb me because I know why I needed to see it and what it was going on. In this dream, which was clear as day, but it was like watching it through an old school movie, like that static, you know? And it was me, clearly. Nobody could see me. Okay, nobody knew I was there. I'm walking through this old house filled with people everywhere. Chatter, talking. But I was disturbed the whole time I was there. Like, what is wrong with these people? What is wrong? What is wrong? What is wrong? And I open up a door to a room. And there's somebody sitting on the bed. And there's another person. And I'm going to actually have to put a graphic. Don't listen to this, on here because this is a little bit graphic. But there's a person sitting on the bed. And there's another person sitting behind them. And it's almost as if they were gutting out their brain. Literally. It was like a horror flick. And I stood there, and I was like, what the hell is this? Like, but I couldn't talk. Nobody could see me. Nobody knew I was there. But I knew I was there, clearly. And I woke up and was disturbed. And I cried. I was terrified. 3 days of this. I was in a mood. Scared. Terrified. What was this about? Like, why would you, God, angels, whatever you believe in, but why would you, what was that about? Why would you even put me in a position like that? It was horrifying to see, because it was in order for me to figure out, for the last final thing that I needed to see was our beliefs that are programmed are what is horrifying and what is blocking everyone from living the life that they desire to live. Picking out those pieces in your brain and ridding them, because that is what is blocking you from your happiness, from your bliss, from your joy, from your heart's desires. It's a perception. And I'm not here to change your beliefs. I'm asking you to think on it, and I always say that. Nobody's telling you you have to do anything, but I'm asking you, if your life has been stuck in a paradigm where you are like, this can't be it. I'm not happy. I hate my job. I hate the people I work with. My partner is abusive. I don't want to work this relationship out anymore. I can't. Then maybe you should look within yourself. Because your answers, your truth lies in here. Block out the background noise, because that's all it is. Somebody else's opinion or thought of what you should be doing with your life is just that. You had a purpose before anybody had an opinion. But it's those opinions that you were raised to believe that have been blocking you from what it is that you truly desire. And you've been met with a lot of your desires and you walked away from them. Or you didn't go for them because you were afraid, because people told you there's no way that that can be accomplished, or there's no way for you to be able to do that. I'm that person that was put here to teach you, to help you, to give you the confidence and deeper understanding that you were put here with a purpose, and that purpose was to enjoy your life. Enjoy it with the people you want to enjoy it with. Other people's opinions don't freaking matter. So you do what it is that you want to do and let them watch you do it. And every single time somebody throws a booby trap onto your freaking path, shoo it aside. Jump over it, fly over it, crawl under it, walk around it. But just know that when that happens, you're being tested on how much you truly want what it is that you desire, and it's your belief in getting it. So you got to believe in yourself, and when somebody tries to block you on that path, move them aside and let them watch you go be happy and lead by example. And then maybe that malicious person or that person, negative Nancy or whatever, will start doing what it is that they like to do, because they see how good you're doing in your life and how happy you are. Because guess what? You're not doing things to make others happy. You're doing it because it makes you happy. And that's how we co-create here and bring peace and joy, by supporting each other in what it is that makes us happy, because we all don't want to do the same damn thing. We're all not meant to do the same things. But we're also not meant to just be here to work, make money, pay bills, and die. Sounds freaking awful. Say it like that to yourself. Is that what you came here to do? Is that what you feel like your life is? Are you stuck? You don't know where to go? You don't know what to do? You can't leave your job because how are you going to make money to pay your bills? But I really, really want to do this. That's where I come in. Send me an email. We'll have a session. We'll have a reading. I'm the person who helps you transition your life into what it is that you truly want. And you can trust me. You can trust me. Because when I tell you that I've been to hell and back, I'm not lying to you. And I'll share stories. I will. I have nothing to hide. But I will tell you this much. I know what it's like to have a lot of money, and I know what it's like to have no money. I know what it's like to be treated like shit, and I know what it's like to be treated nice. I know both sides. I can see all sides, and I can see through people now, and I can see them for what they are, and what their angle is, and I just ignore it. It's background noise. I know better. But if you feel stuck in your life, you want to do something with it that seems so out of the box, nothing is, and it's for the better good of you, and if you're a light worker, and it's going to benefit others in a healthy way, in a spiritual way, and you feel stuck, well, come to me, because I'll help you get through the process without the overextended suffering period. I was there for a long time. And I know that I was meant to go there. And I woke up. And I woke up to a lot of things about myself that I did not know. I knew, but I didn't. All in perfect synchronization. My name is not an accident. My life path is not an accident. The age I woke up isn't an accident. The time frame I went through the process isn't an accident. The 21 experiences that I had is not an accident, as it is, and I don't get into religious things, but there are things that are in the Bible, prophecies, biblical, numerology, that I was awoken to, and I went through all of them. Sure did. There is nothing that I fear. There is nothing that is impossible. It's your belief in the impossible. It's your belief that there aren't possibilities. I'm here to tell you, anything is possible. Anything is possible. So, let's do an intuitive cartomancy read on my blabbering. But I felt intuitively guided to do that. So I did it. So let's see what my guides, my higher self, my angels bring through for us. My guides. Maybe I will come back later with a story for you. And being intuitively guided to do it. Not right now, but where it all started with me. And who's helping me here from my spiritual realm. I'm wearing their rings right now. These rings were my grandparents'. This is my grandmother's wedding band. They're dated 1951. I was promised these rings since I was old enough to be able to talk. And my awakening process started in 2006. These rings entered my hand in 2010. And from then on, woke up. Always waking up. But when I talk about synchronicities and I talk about there isn't coincidences and things that happen, there aren't. I know that to be a fact. So, let's do this. See what the angels have for. One more time with these. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. We'll see what this ends up being related to. This is going along with the energies as of today, my June 1st reading I did. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. This is specifically here for a, this is for twin flames. This is for a twin flame relationship. Yep. Okay. This is a twin flame thing. This is a spiritual union. Okay, listen. There's a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini specifically, water, and earth here. Okay? This water element is a masculine energy, and this air element is a feminine energy, and there's also an air, or also a earth feminine energy. Okay, I'm breaking it into feminine and masculine. There is a water element, masculine, who wants to verbally communicate and lay foundations for future success with an air element specifically. Okay? And they're making the decision to move forward. They want a new beginning and a new phase of life. This is where their wishes and desires lie. They are on a journey together, and they have cut this person out of their life and have been awoken to the spiritual path that they're on. There's a need for independence and moving away from any kind of loss or deception or third-party interferences. That is where this lack of progression on the spiritual path has been lying, okay? What you need to understand is that this water element, this masculine water element, is looking into the future and is only looking at verbal communication right now, laying foundations, and may have to travel. This was in my messages earlier today, but this is coming out with elements now. They are making this decision because they have been going through a transitioning period. They were at lower level energies, but now they want a new beginning and a new phase of life. Their wishes and desires are with the person that they cut out of their life, and they were awoken to a spiritual path during this time of separation. The lack of progression and setback in the communication thus far is due to the fact that they were going through a transitioning period. They now want to bring truth, fairness, honesty to the feminine energy that they are in separation with because they now have been enlightened. This air element went through a negative time period. This air element, okay, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, feminine energy. There were some unfortunate events, and there's negative emotions, and now these fears were blocking goals from this progressing forward. But the reason that this relationship has not progressed forward until now, where the energies are surrounding, is due to what I just explained here. Okay? This was necessary, twins. So now there is reaching out, communication. And now what is coming here is there is time and energy that is going to be given freely here. Okay? There is something being worked out, and there is an earth element involved in the coordination of this. Okay? This would be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Feminine energy. But this feminine energy is friends with the air energy. Feminine energy. These are friends. And what it's showing here is that this person is involved in helping. I said this earlier in my messages for today, and now it's coming out. Listen. If you didn't listen to today or to June 1st overall reading, listen to it. This is nuts. This earth element, sun, moon, rising, feminine energy, is helping the water element, masculine, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, in order to have victory in coming to see the air feminine energy. Because there is a showing here that this person has a property. Now, this is being brought one of two ways. This is either a hotel or this is a rented property, because what it's showing here is that they could be meeting with somebody in that area where the twin flame is about a home, about a rented property, because they want action and change in the social standing of this relationship. They have been evaluating carefully before taking this action. And due to the fact that they feel fenced in and sick and tired of this unhealthy situation, they are manifesting this new beginning in this new phase of life, and there is victory here. This was the last card out in my energies earlier today. This is a specific relationship. This is a twin flame relationship. But the masculine energy is a water element, and the feminine energy is an air element. There is an earth element, feminine, who is friends with the air element. This can be sun, moon, or rising. But if your sun sign is air and the other person you're dealing with and their sun sign is water, this is specifically for you. But this can be sun, moon, or rising. But this is a friend that is friends with the air element, who has had unfortunate events happen that have been blocking the communication coming through to her from this water element. And the reason why is because the water element was under negative energies because they were going through a transitioning period, and now they have been enlightened to their spiritual path. And the spiritual path is with this person that they cut out of their life, because this separation is what enlightened them. And it was this feminine energy that caused the transitioning. This is where the lack of progression, loss and deception, and independence was needed. But the new beginning, the new phase of life, and wishes and desires, I know you can't see that, I do it all the time. Wishes and desires are being met, and this indicates a journey and financial freedom. What did I say earlier? Stop worrying about money. This person is going to be coming to see this air element. They want to lay foundations, meaning when I say lay foundations, I'm not talking about laying your ass in a bed and having sex. I'm talking about building a life together. But there's going to be verbal communication about this, and this earth element knows about it. She's not telling the air element, but she knows about it because she knows they're bringing gifts, but she also knows that there is time they want to spend alone with this air element. But there's also something that they are seeing with property where the air element lives. This is a twin flame relationship. You know whether or not you're a twin flame. You know whether or not you're dealing with water and air, okay? There's victory here. This will happen. The last card out is the Ten of Hearts. This circumstance, this situation, this specific situation is an air element and a water element came together, and the air element awoken the water element. There were some unfortunate events that happened between the two, but now the water element has been enlightened and is now moving forward to lay the foundations for future success with their twin. And they're taking the action and changing their social standing. They've been evaluating before taking action, so they contacted a friend, and because they were fenced in and sick and tired of the unhealthy situation, the friend is closely involved with the air element and knows that she feels the same, and now manifesting this victory is what this water element is going to do, because this friend has confirmed you need to come and do it. And this person, this water element, could be looking into properties in the area where the air element is in order to lay foundations, because they have to travel to this person. This is why they have been arranging this with the friend. Didn't I say earlier? Listen to June 1st. I said that. I said that. Damn, did you watch my video that quick and already you are on the ball? Good for you. It's going to work out. Victory right there. Do it. I said that. And if you're worried about doing it, you need to contact me first for a reading. Okay? Bravo. So, anybody who watches this video, I hope that it resonates with you. If you are a twin flame and that's your specific scenario, and you're the air element, feminine, dealing with a masculine water element, you better get your shit together. Because it's right around the energies. It's been grasping those energies now. Did that reading a little while ago, and now I'm doing this because I was intuitively guided to talk about this, and now this is coming out. It's like ruin. And your friend who's involved with arranging this, she ain't going to tell you shit. So if your intuition is telling you that you know who the person is, trust and believe, if you even try to ask, they're not going to reveal anything to you, and they're going to act like they don't know what you're talking about. But trust me, somebody who's watching this, is going to happen. And it's going to blow your mind because you're not going to know. You're going to have no idea. I love it. Nobody can ever surprise me. So any single surprise anything, always ruined. Let me just throw this in real quick. My 30th birthday that was ruined. My friends tried to get together and do like a makeup 30th birthday party. And I was at a friend's house for a party. Okay? And I go into the bathroom, and his dumbass had all his mail on the floor. And what's lying there? The invitation to my party that was done in like a flyer form. I didn't tell anybody I know. He knows who he is. because after I came out of that bathroom, his ass went in there real quick and was like, and cleaned up the mail. And I'm thinking to myself, way too late, dude. I already know when it is now. So at least I know, like, so I went, picked out an outfit and everything. So, like, whatever. But yeah, whoever this is happening for, you're not going to know. So be prepared because I just warned someone. Love you, bye.